Namaskar little friends, I am Partho from the Vedic IQ. Let's start from where we left in the last episode. Kids, as we saw, the two jackals were having a debate on morality. The jackal Damnak told Karkat that they can eat the bull when he dies in the battle with the lion. He wanted to keep his plan a secret, as did the jackal Chaturak. So today, we are going to dive into the tale of a clever jackal whose name was Chaturak. Dear children, you might find this story somewhat similar to the story of the camel that we explored quite a few episodes back. But don't be confused. If you pay close attention, you will find that although the characters may almost be similar, the story is different. So kids, are you ready for today's tale? Excellent. Here we go. Deep within a part of the forest, there lived a powerful lion whose name was Vajradant. He was surrounded by his advisors Kravyamukh the wolf, Chaturak the jackal, and Shankukarn the camel. Now kids, I want you to notice that the names of the characters in the stories of Panchatantra are not just random names. The names always suggest the character's appearance or their character sketch. For example, in today's story, the lion is named Vajradant, which means teeth as strong as thunderbolt. This shows that the lion was very strong. The name of the wolf is Kravyamukh. Kravya in Sanskrit means flesh and Mukh means face. Thus, the name Kravyamukh suggests that the wolf must have had scars on his face which revealed his flesh. The jackal is named Chaturak, which literally translates to clever in Sanskrit. Similarly, the name of the camel is Shankukarn, which translates into conical ears. This suggests that the camel had ears that looked like cones. If you pay close attention to the names of each characters in all of the stories, you can easily imagine them right before your eyes. That's interesting, isn't it? Anyway, one day, after a fierce battle with an elephant, Vajradant the lion was left gravely wounded. He could not move for days, and if he could not move, he could not hunt. Vajradant's hunger grew day by day. He instructed his loyal advisors to find food. However, Chaturak was very cunning. For him, the lion's pain came as a blessing in disguise. He went to Shankukarn the camel with a plan that would serve his own desires. With a persuasive tongue, Chaturak tried to convince Shankukarn. My dear friend, the day is about to end, and we could not find any being to offer to our master. If you allow, I would like to put a proposal that can save the master's life. Being tempted to know about the proposal, the camel said, "Please tell me what it is. I am willing to do whatever it takes to save my master." And then the jackal Chaturak said, "Why don't you offer your body to the master to eat? You will receive a double body in return." The camel thought for a while and said, "To save my master, I can do that. But I demand the god of death to guarantee this bargain." Kids, time for a question. Who according to the Hindu mythology is regarded as the god of death? Is it A. Indra, B. Kamdev, or C. Yam? Dear kids, think carefully and choose your answer. The correct answer is C. Yam or Yamraj is regarded as the Hindu god of death. Anyway, back to the story. The trio went to the lion. Chaturak said to the lion, "My lord, we could not find any food for you. But our dear friend Shankukarn has a proposal. If you agree to speak to Yamraj to get Shankukarn a double body, he can offer you his body to feast upon." The lion was very hungry. He had no other option. He said, "Okay, I agree to this proposal. I will speak to Yamraj about this agreement." On the basis of this pact, the lion struck the camel down and started to eat it. The jackal and the wolf had to wait their turns. But the jackal Chaturak's cunning wasn't satisfied. He noticed that the lion's body was all covered in the blood of the poor camel. Chaturak plotted another scheme. He said, "Master, you are all smeared with blood. Why don't you go and wash yourself in the nearby river? I and the wolf will stay here and guard your food." When the lion left, the jackal Chaturak said to Kravyamukh the wolf, "Dear wolf, I can clearly see that you are very hungry. You should eat some of this camel till the master returns. Don't worry, if the master comes to know, I will save you." The wolf was indeed very hungry. He believed in what the jackal said and started eating the camel. When the lion returned, he noticed that a little part of the camel was missing. His anger erupted. Seeking an explanation, he looked at the two remaining advisors. With a quick wit and a sly smile, Chaturak deflected the blame onto Kravyamukh, claiming that he alone had devoured the camel. Kravyamukh, fearing for his life, fled the scene. He narrowly escaped the lion's wrath. The jackal Chaturak was very happy. He had removed one of his competitors for the food. Now, the lion was the only one left. At this moment, as fate would have it, a merchant was passing by the jungle. He had a number of camels in his convoy. The camels had bells tied around their necks that made tremendous noise. The rhythmic clang of the bells pierced the forest, capturing the lion's attention. Puzzled by the unfamiliar noise, the lion turned to Chaturak and asked, "My good fellow, find out what this horrible noise may be." Chaturak, seizing the opportunity, ran towards the sound. He just ran a few steps into the forest and darted back with an expression of tremendous fear. With voice trembling with apparent urgency, he cried out, "Run, master, run! Run if you can!" Startled, the lion's golden eyes widened. "My good fellow," he implored, "why terrify me so? Tell me what it is." His voice held a mixture of concern and anxiety. Chaturak continued his dramatic portrayal. "Master, Yamraj is coming here. He is in a rage against you because you brought untimely death upon his camel. You had him guarantee the bargain. He intends to make you pay 1,000-fold for his camel. He is coming. Please run." As Chaturak spoke these words, his voice trembled with urgency. His every gesture lent authenticity to his tale. The lion's heart raced. Fear took hold of his thoughts. Without hesitation, he abandoned the fallen camel. With a mixture of panic and determination, he scampered for dear life. He ran away. And what of Chaturak, the cunning jackal? With the lion's departure, he was the only one left to eat the camel. And this is how the clever jackal Chaturak executed his devious plan. So, young minds, let us put your analytical skills to the test. Why did Chaturak manipulate the lion and the wolf? A. To establish himself as the new king of the forest. B. To be able to eat the camel all alone. Or C. To teach them a lesson about loyalty. Take a moment to think and choose your answer. The correct answer is B. If you picked that one, well done. Now kids, I hope you remember that the jackal Damnak had successfully sowed the seed of grudge against the lion Pinglak in the mind of the bull Sanjeevak. All the day, Sanjeevak kept thinking and cursing himself to have befriended the lion. He said to himself, "What should I do now? If I go elsewhere, some other merciless creature will kill me. This is a wild jungle. Anything can happen. And if I go to the lion, he will kill me too. Perhaps the best thing to do would be to go to the lion. Maybe he might spare my life." Having set his mind in order, he set off to meet the lion. When he reached the lion, he saw the lion in the exact posture as foretold by Damnak. "Oh my God, Damnak was right. He indeed wants to kill me," the bull thought. On the other hand, the lion Pinglak also perceived the bull in the attitude predicted by Damnak. He said to himself, "The cunning bull wants to fight me, so be it." The lion roared and sprang on the bull at once without ado. The claws of the lion made a deep wound on the bull's body. But the bull also scored the lion's belly with his horns. And thus started a fierce battle between two good friends estranged by a treacherous jackal. The mastermind behind it all, Damnak the jackal, was watching the whole incident from a distance. Besides him was the other jackal Karkat, and he was very angry. He bashed Damnak. "You stupid, see what you did. You turned two good friends against each other. This battle will only end when one of them dies. What if our master dies? How can you be a minister then? You want to be a minister, yet you don't know the principles of diplomacy. Warmongers like you can never reach their goals. But you know, it is not just your fault. Our master was wrong to have trusted you. And I am even more mistaken to have told you what is good and what is bad. Elders have always said that one should never preach a stupid. you have the example of the bird Suchimuk. And then Karkat told the story of Suchimuk the bird. I will tell you this story in our next episode. But before going, let us see how much of today's story can you recall. Tell me kids, in today's story of the clever jackal Chaturak, who among these was not the companion of the lion? A. A bear. B. A wolf. Or C. A camel. Go ahead and choose your answer. The correct answer is A. A bear. I hope you chose the right answer. Alright kids, remember, friendship is a virtue, but we should always be cautious of fake friends who show us the wrong path. Stay tuned for our next riveting adventure from Panchatantra. Until then, keep your curiosity alive and your hearts open. Namaskar.